Hello, man. Welcome to another edition of Could Be Wrong. Mike Vernon, Kevin Tehan, Kevin Meckley. I'm Nick Schwert. A special holiday edition of Could Be Wrong. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for the new burgeoning duo in Kansas's front court, Flory Bidunga, Bryson Tiller, leading Kansas to two straight wins in the Players Era Festival. By the way, should we talk about this? Why would it ever be called a festival? Why would any in-season basketball event be called a festival? Are they trying to make this into like college basketball's Coachella? I don't know. There's a lot to discuss there, but KU officially locked into the third place game. That's right, going 2-0 doesn't matter when it's a fake tournament because margin of victory apparently is a thing now that dictates which games you play in. Kansas not going into the championship because they didn't win by enough points, so they'll be facing off against, do we know yet? Is it Gonzaga? Is it Tennessee? Only time will tell. But guys, the Hawks are gelling. I repeat, the Hawks are gelling. And if, in case you've forgotten, because of how excellent they've looked the past 2 days, number one player in the country isn't even playing right now. And his return, some are saying, is imminent. Vern, to you, how are you feeling about this? Are you guys buying into two straight wins? Like, are we a downtrodden program to the point where we're excited after 2 wins against unranked teams? Because I don't care. I'm happy. I like what I'm seeing from the squad right now.
I was laughing at the just wild swing from KU fans between last week and this week. Everyone loves the team this week. Last week, it's like, is Bill self-washed? We are just on a roller coaster. And Nick, I want to go back to something you said at the start. Is this a festival? Is this a festival? It feels like a festival.
If it is a festival, I will say it's probably like the lamest festival ever because it doesn't seem like there's anybody in these arenas. Can we talk about the on-court advertisements? Can we talk about how many different bugs are on these courts? Is this what it takes for college basketball players to get a little scratch in their pockets in 2025? I mean, I think we can do better. I think we got a few more coins rolling around in that bucket somewhere where we can pay these guys without putting 18 logos on the goddamn court. Sorry, we're not even 3 minutes in, already cussed. I'm sorry about that. But what are you going to do?
You guys have it all wrong. You guys have it all wrong. Yes, one, it is a festival, and that's cool. Two,
yes.
KU fans were not down after last week. I think KU fans were actually
that's true.
Kind of cool last week after sort of playing hard against Duke and looking like maybe something there. Like I think what I'm seeing, my takeaway, and I don't give a shit about the Modelo free throw line or the Boys and Girls Clubs of America short court Eli Lilly. There, I'm by the way, I'm looking at 3. There's like 7 more. I'm watching it right now.
There's 4 different MGM logos.
There is. I'm saying this though, like the answer's yes. The answer's yes. It is okay to be excited about seeing. Sam's Club has a just horrendous logo just right in the middle.
Next year they're gonna have players shouting specified catchphrases like on Tre White tip dunk. He's gonna be like, Gillette, the best a man can get, and boom, like it's gonna be like $8,000 in his pocket. It's just the sellout festival.
I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem.
Woo!
Oh no!
All right.
What? Dead air, Nick. That's dead air.
I'm trying to laugh loud enough where the mics can pick it up. That way we don't get the dead air.
Are there better phrases?
That's the only one I could think of. the only one I can think of.
So we're like,
No, it's perfect.
Trojan?
Don't change it.
This
Don't
isn't like a
change it.
marketing
After a
podcast,
block-
but there needs to be better catchphrases, better taglines for products. We've gotten away from that.
Hit us on Twitter with or comments with yours.
Yeah, please. Let us know what catchphrases and slogans you want to hear players yell after a big dunk or 3-pointer next year's festival.
Magnum.
I will say, Tre White, like, I know everybody's excited about the big guys, and Melvin Council's been like this leader on the court, and obviously when DP gets back, that's going to be super exciting. I feel like Tre White is quietly like this team's best player right now. If not the best, certainly the most consistent. Like game in, game out, going to give you 15 to 20 points, going to knock down some big threes, crashing the boards. Like this, it's crazy because of last year. I feel like we were so snake bitten with transfers and be like, at least for me, I was like, all these dudes who are looking for new homes in the offseason, it's because they couldn't hack it at the last place. Clearly, they didn't want him that bad, or they would have paid him to stick around. And then Tre White comes in, and it's like, oh, this is what you expect to get with a senior transfer who just hits the ground running, doing everything you ask of him. Like this is it. Tre White has been a godsend the first month of the year.
What I mean, the two things that jump out to me are rebounds. One, he's just crashing the boards. I mean, there were to start the year, he had like 1 rebound, 2 rebounds, like the first 2 or 3 games. And now he's getting like 8, 9, 10 rebounds, and they're coming on the offensive end. They're coming out. I mean, they're just all over the place. And that seems hard to do when we're playing the 2 big lineup, and those guys are both gobbling up rebounds. I mean, it's that to me is number one. And then his ability, we said that Melvin was going to be this guy who can just go get fouled. But actually, I think it's Tre. Like that dude can find a way on a broken possession to go get fouled. And that's something, man. I don't know if he's going to shoot threes and make threes and be good at that or whatever. I think he's traditionally been fine at that, but everything else, man, I think, Nick, the bigger point here is the whole team is kind of figuring shit out without DP. I mean, you could kind of go up and down the lineup. I mean, he seems like number one to me, but I mean, you could pretty much draw a name out of a hat right now.
You can't just sit there and watch DP anymore. I mean, obviously. I mean, he's mesmerizing. They can just sit back and watch him cook and not even move. And you can come away with a bucket. That's gone. So, yeah, they've had to figure it out. They've been in the fire. And I love it.
Yeah, it seems like yeah, I mean, Coffee says the vibes are high. That post-game interview, they all did like the Oklahoma City Thunder team interview. They asked for Tre White, and the whole team comes over and stands behind him. That like I don't want to read too much into like these little tiny nuggets, but there are just so many different things you can point to right now that are night and day from what we saw from last year's team.
Yes,
on the court and off the court.
Every
on
part.
The court, from just like a basketball sense, the athleticism, the speed, that's obviously very different. But the off the court stuff, or maybe the outside the line stuff, they play really hard. They seem to like each other. Like Bill seems to like this team. It's just, I can't imagine a team being so different from a year ago. And there's so many different things you could point to be like skeptical and say, well, the only, like Bill pointed this out afterwards. I know we talked about it on the last podcast, but like the only person on this roster who scored a point for KU last year is Flory. That's it. He's the only guy. And yet this team feels so much more connected and cohesive than a team last year that had a bunch of seniors and a bunch of dudes who have been playing together for 4 years, which is just kind of wild to think about.
Do you think it's because, I mean, there's nobody, not that we know exactly who it was or if anybody on the last 2 teams was this way, but nobody on this team is just coasting. Like, yeah, I know the drill. I've been here. I know when to try hard, or when to grind, and when you don't really have to. They're all on grind mode. We're all 1 year. I mean, we're all either one and dones, 1 year rentals. Like, nobody's planning on anything past now.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like, Hunter was great last year. The other two guys were not, and you had to defer to dudes who sucked. I mean, that's what it was. If you came in and you were AJ Story, you were Rylan Griffin, it doesn't matter who, you were deferring to a couple of fifth-year seniors who, like, weren't good. And that is probably a weird spot to be in, where the leaders on the team, the guys who you're looking to for guidance, like, can't really cut it when it comes to, like, making high-level basketball plays. So, like, the whole thing of, like, well, they're good players. They know the system. It's like, yeah, but they can't do anything. They can't get past anyone. They can't hit a shot. They're undersized. They're not athletic enough. Like, the list goes on. And this year's team, they have all of that. And like you said, a bunch of dudes who are like, with the exception of Flory and DP, it's kind of like your future's up in the air. Like Cole, yeah, you think you're an NBA guy, but you're not there yet, and you're not close yet. It's a bunch of dudes who are just grinding. And with
Scrappy.
DP being gone, like, who knows what it will look like when he comes back into the mix. I think what we're excited about is the idea that, like, it will just be a massive addition on top of it. It will probably be a little more nuanced than that, where guys, all of a sudden, you're not getting all these looks that you have, which is in some cases going to be a good thing, right? Like, Melvin Kelso's not going to have to take 4 threes a game.
Whoa.
Justin said coaching change helped too. It is kind of interesting to think of, and I don't know, but you hear the guys talk about Bland a little bit. You hear him talk about Jacques a little bit. You don't hear him talk about associate head coach Jeremy Case all that often, but you do hear them like mention those guys of, hey, so and so keeps pushing me or whatever. Maybe there is something to that. I don't know. But I like Kevin's point that these guys don't know what they don't know. Like, all they know is Bill is going to ride them, and it's either going to work or not, and you're going to either be on the court or not. I mean, just look at the way that our 4-man all of a sudden looks like a 4-man. He doesn't want to shoot threes anymore.
Bryson Tiller.
I know his name. I just wanted to point out that he was a 4.
I was just helping out. I was
number
helping
15, Bryson Tiller. Yeah.
The point is, like, he was floating around the 3-point line, and Bill and everyone was like, "Wow, he had a great game. 4 for 6 from 3 or whatever." And Bill's like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, nope, I don't like it. Nope." And then all of a sudden, he's everywhere, man.
Seems like a coachable bunch.
So we texted about this earlier today. I think I texted, I was like, Bryson has looked like a completely different player these last 2 games. And I think one of the Kevins was like, yeah, like, coaches got on him, and this time it worked. Like, in the years past, when Bill, like, grinds you into the ground and is like, no, you're not going to play the way you want to play. You're going to play the way we want you to play. Guys' confidence just shatter, and they never give you anything the rest of the season, and it never works out. And it feels like it took like 2 weeks for Bryson Tiller to be like, oh, so if I just play to my size and crash the boards, then I'm going to get a ton of run. I'm going to get a ton of looks, and I can still take as many threes as I want if I just do all the shit they want me to do, which is exactly what it's done.
I think he's like, oh, wait, this will help us win games. Like, I think that seems to have clicked in with them on, like, if we get offensive rebounds, we're probably going to win more games. They clearly are willing to be scrappy together and are figuring it out. And it's just, we haven't had that the last 2 years. It's really fun to watch. I think these were 2 like great matchups also, where you're playing decent names, but not, good, not great. They are good. Like, Syracuse has some athleticism. Notre Dame, like good half court stuff, works out really well where like we can kind of like find a way to beat the other team's one pitch, their one speed, and you'll come out looking pretty good, covering both games you love to see. And with Trey White, I'm pretty convinced at this point North Carolina was just kind of a fluke where he was pressing. Sometimes when he presses a little hard, you can see him get out of control. 'Cause he had a really bad game there. That has not been what we've seen in every other game KU has played. So really optimistic there. And like people are talking about the bigs. Tre White was our starting 4-man too. Tre White's a big. Tired of hearing people say he's not a big. Give him his respect. Tre White is a big.
That is a fake take. That's a fake take.
Fake take.
I'm tired of hearing people say he's a point guard because he's not.
The post-game interview is like, the bigs opening things up for guards like you. And I'm like, that's an insult.
So
that's a real take. That's a big natural take. That is a big
natural
take.
One comment unscripted from the post-game reporter got you hot. So KU's playing
and then you all were talking about it. It sounds like KU is playing Tennessee. But yes, that comment got me hot. It's a natural take. It's a big natural take. Y'all have the fake take. I have the big natural.
Listen, Trey. Okay, fine. So we're gonna go with the KU's actually currently employing a 3 big lineup. That was the key.
Yeah, sure.
Zero backup big minutes, no big Paul minutes. The last, I don't know if he played versus. I don't think he played versus Notre Dame. I know he didn't play today.
Because Trey's a big.
Right. So they don't have any bigs. They don't have any bigs coming off the bench anymore. That's fine. Just use them all in the starting lineup. Then we don't have to worry about it.
All bigs all the time.
So I'll do it. I don't want to do this, but I have to ask. Like, there were multiple points during last year where we'd come off of like a game or somebody had a great game. And I specifically remember, oh God, this is going to make me look like such a fraud for not remembering Shaquille Moore. There was a point in time I specifically said after a game, well, it's very clear Shaquille Moore is locked into the starting lineup the rest of the year. That didn't age super well. I don't think he started another game.
That was a fake take.
That was a natural take. It was a wrong take, but it was a real take. Do we feel confident that like the guys we believe in, basically 4 of the 5 starters are locked in the rest of the season, assuming DP's healthy, and then we just have to figure out like, is Jamari McDow going to be a thing? Was this just like a 1-game deal and Cole's going to come back into the starting lineup? Like, do we feel good about Trey and Bryson the rest of the year?
I think so. I think it actually works even better with DP in there. Yeah. Melvin's not having to carry the ball the whole time. I mean,
I have some natural takes on Melvin.
I think Melvin's going to continue to start. I think Bill loves him. That's
whoa. I didn't even mention Melvin. Melvin's locked in.
Yeah, Melvin's locked in. DP, Flory, Trey. And are you just saying whether it's Bryson or other?
Cole?
I'm just opening it up for conversation. Like, Bryson's played good for 2 straight games. He didn't look great versus Duke last week. So I'm trying to check myself before I go overboard with the like, this 2 big lineup is going to work all year. It's going to be great all year.
I think he starts. I think Cole's going to come off the bench.
Who's he? Tiller?
I think Tiller starts. I think back to his roots. I think he likes the idea of these guys passing to each other. I mean, these bigs are passing so well to each other.
There was some high-low. We ran some like vintage, real self high, low offense.
What did the lady? What did the woman? What did she say? Buddy pass. It's the buddy pass.
Okay, her name is Candace. She has a name.
That's Candace Parker.
Candace Parker.
Sorry, I was at work. I was
one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time.
Well, I was going to say the lady, and I was like, but the
Let's end the podcast.
That's more respectful.
Let's end it now. Subscribe, rate, and review.
I had no idea that was Candace Parker on that.
I forgot. I should have known. Sorry, Candace. I know you listen. That's on us. That's on me. That's on all of us, though. We're all
Candace
culpable.
Parker's like my favorite podcast. Just fucked me.
She just
shaded me
slammed her
hard.
laptop closed.
That's a
Okay.
fake take.
Okay. So you just mentioned Melvin. I think. Okay. Here's the thing. This is the genesis of fake takes. So we were in New York last week. All four of us were leaving Madison Square Garden together, and all we were talking about was like, I feel encouraged. Like this team, without their best player, fought really hard against Duke. They were in it with like 2 minutes to go. Tre White made some big plays. Melvin Council made some big plays. We were all very upbeat. And I think that was the general consensus. And then Mike had said to me, no, there's some people are hating on Melvin. They're not liking that he wasn't hitting shots. And that's when I told Mike, that's a fake take. And that is the genesis of this new bit that I think is going to be a recurring segment on this show. That's a fake take because I talk to a lot of KU fans every day. I've never watched a game this year or talked to any KU fans during a game this year and had anyone say that like, oh, I don't like number 14. I don't like what he's doing out there. So
He's
when
too
I
fast.
hear that there are people online saying that like Melvin Council, like, oh, this is a problem. This is an issue because he can't hit shots. I think that's a fake take because these are fake people. These aren't real people with real opinions. I want big naturals. I don't want fakes. And the whole idea that like Melvin Council's not cutting it, that's a fake take. Is there anybody in the comment section who's willing to stand on that opinion that like you don't want to see Melvin Council playing so much? I've been begging for a guy like Melvin who just like he does all but one thing at an extremely high level. He's a great athlete, one of the best passers on the team, like gets downhill, gets to the rim, finishes at the rim, gets to the line. And we're going to be like that one thing he doesn't do well is enough to like make me not like him. That's a fake take.
I saw one take today about Melvin Council. Serious question. Do the coaches not realize how bad Melvin Council is shooting? He's 2 for 12. It's enough. Tell him to stop shooting the ball.
Yeah, but then he makes a couple. So can't make a couple if
on the opposite end. He dribbles way too much and then forces up a bad shot.
Ooh, no, this is a good take from Eli.
We love him.
This is a big natural take. The only problem with Melvin Council is that he isn't Darryn Peterson. Melvin Council is being asked to do more than he was supposed to when he signed up here. And that's not his fault. Like, he's managing, but like Melvin Council is who he is. This is known, proven. KU knew who it was taking, and he is playing exactly to that. And if not Melvin, who sometimes? Because like in those moments where nothing else is going, dude is not scared. Like I'm seeing in the comments right now, dude is not scared. He's pretty damn fast. He can do a few things or create a look for someone. We need aggressive players like that. We need dogs. I love him on the court. I love watching him. He does not stop either. He isn't like, oh, I've missed a couple, so I'm going to stop. No. Like, dude plays the same way, and it will help us win more games than lose.
He wanders the
streets. And that is a big natural.
What did you say, Mac?
Fun fact, we did see him wandering the streets of New York at like 3 a.m. though.
No. It was like one.
Wait, we can't say wandering. I think wandering's too strong of a verb there.
I think he was getting some pizza.
We don't know that he was wandering. He may have been on a very specific mission.
Oh man, it was very late.
He was out late.
We were at a great spot, and we did see
the Michael Che bar.
The Michael Che bar. Michael Che, live from New York. It could be wrong. We didn't record it, but let's just say he said that. We hypothesized he went to get a sports drink full of electrolytes so he could be at his best
like
for the next
I'm
day.
saying something bad about him. I do that. Like
No, but it was just reckless the way you presented it, Mac. I don't think your intentions were bad.
No, he's a dog. He can do whatever he wants.
They got in late too. Let's not forget.
me-
KU got in late Monday. Late.
There's no curfew when you get in late.
8 hours late.
Correct. You guys are taking this the wrong way. I think it's great.
We're helping you. We're protecting you, Mac.
I want
You
my
misspoke. You missed. It was unlike you. That was more of a me framing. Frame it. Will you restate it? Can you just pretend that you didn't say it?
that
And
we
then
saw him out late.
yeah, and frame it better.
I mean, I have no way else to frame it. I think it's fine. I don't see a big deal with it.
Would you? Do you
wasn't
stand by
He wasn't doing
wandering?
anything wrong. He was just he was wandering out for a bite. Like I do that. What's wrong with that?
There we go. He reframed.
Oh,
That's
he was
good
like in a
reframe.
back alley playing dice or something. Like, what are you guys trying to say?
You said, okay, I don't think you know what you said. You said, we saw Melvin Council wandering the streets of New York at 3 a.m., which makes it seem like he's like, where am I?
Okay, that's fair. No, that's not what he was doing.
He was in a bathrobe, no
He had a-
shoes.
He was
That's
on a
not
mission. He was on a mission. He was definitely after something, which I mean, I assume that's pizza.
Or an electrolyte filled sports drink.
Or
That's right.
maybe, first of all, New York is Melvin's town. We're all
The
in
city
agreement.
doesn't sleep, man. What's the big deal here?
The energy.
Right.
The energy in the city.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
You know who else was up?
All of us before a game.
Hands up.
Big
Hands
deal.
up, boys.
The game wasn't at 8 a.m. the next morning.
That's true.
No,
It's true.
Who
Not
else?
very late.
Who else was up? Michael Che. That's who.
Michael Che was
He
up.
was even doing his Russell Wilson stretches. Like just-
Jared makes a great point. Sometimes the dog got a bark at the moon, man.
Man, that's deep.
that's really
Yeah.
We were near the hotel. Michael Che bar.
yeah. The
He was
hotel
there.
was
Michael Che's a North Carolina fan. He thanked us specifically for Roy Williams.
He was actually cool. Shay knows ball. I was actually
Michael Che knows ball.
I liked
And-
him more after interacting with him.
Everybody was probably wondering, where's the picture that we took with Michael Che? Where's the
Too many
picture?
dudes.
Obviously, you guys took a picture with him, big fans of his work. He didn't want a picture with too many dudes. He made that
Yeah.
very clear. So we respected that. Hot take. Natural take.
It was
We stepped aside.
a natural take. We said we don't want that, Che. We don't want that.
I do have a
Um,
great
And there
picture with
was
he and Haney, though.
with
With
who?
who?
He and Haney.
Shay and Haney?
Two ball knowers. That's just what
That's
it is.
just one dude. It wasn't.
One
It wasn't too many.
Ratio is perfect, 1-to-1.
I will
Yeah.
say when Michael Shea had said thank you guys for Roy Williams because he's a Carolina fan, and Vern, I didn't realize this at the time. I learned 24 hours later that Vern is actually a huge Michael Shea fan. So it makes more sense in hindsight that Vern then shouted from like 20 feet away, "Thank you for Roy Williams." And I looked at him. I go, "What?"
I stand by that take.
I
A
missed
big
that.
natural take. I did say that. I did. If he's a true Carolina fan, he would know. That's the KU Carolina nod. I was just giving him the nod.
Thank you.
I love that.
You looked at me and you were like, "The fuck did you just say?"
What?
You didn't like that at
I
all.
didn't like that.
You said that was a dumb comment. Not
Yeah,
deer in the
Jared says
headlights.
deer in the headlights comment from Vern. I agree.
Looks like Michael Che's exciting.
So glasses on comment here. Last two games, KU has risen, 2 wins, has risen from 29th to 19th in the KenPom rankings. And this time of year is when I kind of like a month in is when I start kind of looking at KenPom a little bit more to try and figure out like what do you do as opposed to like preseason expectations and stuff like that. And like the big thing is like, what do you do well? what is your calling card? What do you hang your hat on? And the one thing that it actually kind of checks out, like it passes the eye test, is KU is blocking shots at an elite level right now. 12 blocks over the last 2 games versus Notre Dame and Cuse. Which, like, watching them play, yeah, a lot of it's Flory, but a lot of it's just like random dudes playing hard, you know? Like it kind of like passes, like what we were talking about earlier, is everybody kind of flying around and just playing really hard. It's kind of manifesting itself in what Bill Self always wants to see every single year, which is like elite rim protection. And I think you have a really good rim protector in Flory, but they're doing it as a unit, which is kind of exciting to see.
Top 10 defense efficiency.
Yeah, number 9 right now. Number 9 in shot blocks, number 9 in 3-point percentage. That might just be a little skewed because they played some teams who couldn't hit shots, but would still love to see a few more turnovers forced. And they kept, how many times did that broadcast crew let us know that Syracuse didn't have a turnover in the first 25 minutes of the game?
They said it a lot. I think, I mean, Darryn's going to help that. I feel like that's kind of where he thrives.
Darryn's picked up a lot.
Yeah, we're excited about the offense, but we forget he a little versatile. Pretty good. Baby Kawhi.
I did see multiple takes on Twitter today about people aren't sure that DP coming back will mess.
Fake take. Fake take. That's the fakest take.
I was just going there that the vibes are going to be messed up by him joining. Like, wait a minute.
So, like I was saying, I think it's good for the guys to learn how to play without him and learn that you need to be assertive and all that. I think this is going to also work the other way, where Darryn is obviously there watching, and he is going to have, like, they've proved it without him that they can do some things. And I think he's going to have a lot more confidence in his supporting cast when he comes back.
Yeah.
Good for everyone. Weird that we're actually saying that him being out for our trip to New York and the Vegas run is going to be a positive.
But, you know, we mentioned this
first.
We mentioned this like 3 weeks ago when he missed the Fort Hays State game, and then when he missed what was the next game that he missed? But I think we had talked about this, the idea that we know he works, like we know that thing works. We don't know anything else about this team. And now, fast forward a couple of weeks, we know a lot more about this team. And we know a lot more about the individual pieces, what they do well, how they fit into the puzzle. So, like, I don't think it's crazy to think that Darryn missing a couple what will prove to be like inconsequential games in terms of like how we feel about this team in March is necessarily a bad thing.
Think about the stock of all the players around, like over the past, like just call it week. I mean, basically everybody except for El Marco. And maybe you could say Cole, but I thought Cole actually has played pretty well. Jamari, like we haven't talked about Jamari.
Yeah, we've made it too far without talking about Jamari.
Starty. Forced.
I want Jamari to be a thing. I don't think Jamari's a thing.
Did Jamari just set a career high like across the board in every statistic today?
Had to have.
9 points, 34 minutes. Let's just start there.
Has he played more than 4 minutes?
His previous career high
in a win.
He played 27 minutes against Tennessee 2 years ago. So almost 2 years to the date. He had 27 minutes. Game? We did win that game by 9.
Oh,
good vibes.
So when Jamari plays, are we sensing a trend here?
Mr. November.
Mr. Tennessee killer.
It is insane that he played 34 minutes.
I liked what I saw.
He did not look out of place. He did not look out of place.
I know.
And this is from somebody who maybe screamed, get him out during the Duke game because he had a bad turnover. And you know what?
We got a text from both Kevins in the first 30 seconds of today's game about Jamari McDow being on the court.
A lot's changed in a week.
You should scream, get him out.
A lot's changed in 2 hours.
He was really bad in that Duke game, like impossibly bad. It was a double dribble and like a turnover his first 2 possessions. It was awful. But hey, like when he is not doing that, I think he's a really nice, he's like a good piece to have, who clearly you can throw into in a situation like this.
Is the thought that he's, because I know we haven't seen like much of him actually in game action in his career, is the thought that he's one of the better shooters on the team?
Oh man.
Because he's a career 30% shooter, but that's over a very small sample size. So I'm curious, like, what do people say? Is the idea, like, in practice, is he one of the best shooters?
Well, I mean, that's available today. That's not Bryson Tiller. Yeah.
They did say in post game that he's been killing it in practice. Like the players were saying, because everyone asked, players in post game, hey, but what you excited for Jamari's game, blah, blah, blah. And I can't remember who had said it, but someone remarked like, yeah, I mean, he's been just absolutely roasting us in practice. Now, I don't know if that's from 3, but he's obviously done something to earn the playing time.
I know, dude, when he had that play, funniest play of the game. This is the play of the game nominee for me. He had that breakaway. He did the little Euro step, and I was like, oh, and then immediately he got fouled. But I don't think the foul is what caused him to chuck the ball 10 feet over the rim, which is like, if he doesn't get fouled, that's like, what the fuck was that? The fact that he got fouled, it was like, oh, nice Euro step. And I was like, maybe there's something in there. There's little glimmers of like what he can do, also matched with the things that he can't quite do at a high level. I don't know if this is a confidence booster for him, then I'm all for it. I'm choosing to take the optimistic outlook on pretty much everything that's happening over the past week, but I don't think it's forced. I think that's a real take. I think that's a natural take. What are you showing us, Mike?
Official per the Players Era Twitter account. The 4 Kings is what they tweeted. KU versus Tennessee in the 3rd place game. Michigan versus Zags. And
the Festival Kings.
Quite a picture of Flory.
I kind of like that.
My favorite thing about Jamari to close this out is Nick Schwartz takes about Jamari over the years.
I don't even know what takes I've had, so I'm interested to hear this.
I want to know.
It's the version of this guy just likes being a KU basketball player. He has no business being here. He just wants, like any other world, and anyone in his shoes would have left, but he just likes being a KU basketball player. It's the culture of being a KU basketball. Like that was your take for a long time.
Yeah, and I actually, now you're refreshing my memory. Yes, the idea is that he got to practice day 1 and was like, oh, they fucked up. Like, I'm not supposed to even be here. So, like, they told the story on the broadcast today about how he last year was like, yeah, y'all can just redshirt me if you want.
I mean, if you want, this is like a no cut situation, right? You can just do the red shirt. He had to have gotten, I mean, I don't know. I assume he got quite a bit better in that year.
Sure.
Right.
And I know that take.
Oh, that's definitely how it works.
I've used that take very negatively over the past 2 years about guys like KJ and DeJuan. And we're just like, it's just cool to be here. Who cares if we win? We're Kansas basketball players. But now that vibes are high, vibes are up, I'm going to choose to spin that into this is a great thing. You want guys like Jamari around.
Oh, here we go.
Especially on a team with a bunch of new guys. You need a culture guy. In comes Jamari McDow.
Okay.
Love it.
Spin zone. Yeah, somebody brought this up. We haven't really talked much about Flory, who we talked a lot about early in the season about how it just didn't look how we expected it to look for a guy who flirted with going with Auburn. Post-game interview with Bill Self, realizing mid-answer as he was asked about Flory and him testing the waters, that like, oh shit, the guy who tried to steal him from me is sitting 5 feet away from me because Bruce.
Like, oh yeah, I mean, Bruce recruited him hard.
Bill's usually so good at that stuff, and he just 1,000%.
He missed.
He just missed it.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think Bill should have said differently, or just not?
Well, he didn't say anything wrong. It was just clear he wasn't connecting the dots.
Connected dots. Bill would have done something like this. Like, yeah, he came back. Like looked at him like something that kind of like acknowledged it in a funny way, but he very much caught himself.
He should have been like, and Bruce, you recruited him real hard right before you quit on your team 2 weeks before the season started. You gave it to your son.
Bruce, you might know a thing or two about Flory, right? I could be wrong.
I could be wrong, but you left your players high and dry to be coached by your son, who would have never gotten a job anywhere in the country, right? Am I right?
How pissed? I was thinking about this today. I'd be pissed the fuck off if I went to play for transfer to Auburn.
Hell yeah.
To play for Uncle Bruce, and then you get Sean Pearl.
Going
That's
to
a
play
Sean Snyder.
Stephen Pearl.
Okay, sorry. It's a Sean Snyder situation.
It's like Pat Knight all over again. Like it. I don't know about. I don't know about all that.
So Bruce tried to get Flory twice out of high school and last year, and Bill just acted like Flory at the rim.
Back to Flory.
Flory really his improvement has been significant in the way that he is establishing a presence, like a real rim protection presence. Feels like a big guy down low. I was worried about it early on this year. Like he has to feel like a big in order for KU to have any juice. He's feeling like a big right now, right? Like it. He really is controlling this thing. Control the paint.
Today is where I first was like, this feels, and this is going to be totally unfair, but it's the closest comp I can come up with, is when you saw Joel just like kind of figure out, oh, I'm better than these guys. Like I can do more than I have been. Like if I just do this, like you could just sort of see that transition happening, and not to say that he's going to have any sort of upside.
Let's talk about this. Actually, it's unpack this.
But I really do think that it's
guarantees.
I do not guarantee, but it's that same vibe where he's going, oh, I get it now. I'm better than this person. Like I know how to use my body now to do the things that I should have been doing, and now I get it. Like he's getting it, and he's matching the head and what Bill's saying and his body all at once finally, and it's slowing down for him. Man, it's other than the 3-pointer, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, that screwed up his percentage. He hated having to take.
Hey, he knocked down an 18-footer today.
He did.
Beautiful.
In rhythm.
Flooshed it.
And
when he squared up on that one, I was like, that seems a bit much.
Are we gonna get a Big Dave backboard smacker? I don't know.
One of my favorite.
I was gonna say we questioned it probably the last time we were together in these 4 boxes. We were talking about like the instincts. What about the instincts? Like I thought we saw flashes of brilliance, and the instincts they were still there. They are showing. He's showing maybe not all, but a lot. And I think it's what we expected. This is exactly what we hoped for.
Even Dookie did this. He does one of my favorite KU big man things, which is like trying to run the fast break as the point.
Oh, yeah.
I love when a KU big man does that, and he does it once a game.
Like the
at
Mark
least.
T-Rob
would do it.
Oh, dude, he's confident with it too. Like he seems way more confident than I am.
I think his problem, I think his big issue when he did that, did he travel or something, was when he picked it up. It's like, dude, just keep pounding the rock, go all the way, coast to coast. Shut everyone up.
I mean, on the season, he's averaging essentially, he's 17-8. He's top 40 in the country in blocks. This is kind of starting to become the guy we thought we were getting back this year. Big sophomore improvement.
Switching 5 on
and
defense.
It's not like, he can,
is a big difference from last year, like an extremely big difference.
Go
ahead.
Say more. Say more. Sorry, I'm on a delay with Wi-Fi. Say more.
It's a good thing in certain matchups. It will be interesting to see how well or how much we keep doing it all the time. I know Bill likes it, but getting your shot blocker, potentially away from the basket. Now we are long everywhere, so it kind of works. You can switch away and still probably be okay most of the time. But I think it's way better than what we've been doing. It might get us in trouble a little bit too, but I like that we have the ability to, is the point. I
agree with that. I feel like they even mentioned it on the broadcast today, but I didn't need 10-time All-Star Candace Parker, very well respected person, to tell me that when there's a guard on them and they're like, all right, I've got the big on me. Burton tried it for Notre Dame, and he closes. He can move his feet well enough laterally, and then if you try to pull up, he can close the gap. And just pack your jump shot. It's not Hunter. It's not even. They're playing a different sport.
They are.
We talked earlier this year about how Flory looks, and I don't even know if this was on the pod. This may have just been like text. It was like, Flory, does he just look kind of slower this year? Does it look like he's laboring to like run up and down the court? And I was actually talking to my dad about it today in the car, and he's like, yeah, well, compared to Hunter, it's like, oh, that's it. He would come in for Hunter, and he'd be like, man, this guy's fast. Well, now that Hunter's gone, and we love Hunter, we are pro Hunter podcast, but like now that Hunter's not on the team and it's just Flory, you're like, oh, I thought you were like Usain Bolt out there. And it turns out you're still 6'11", 220. Like there's limitations to this.
Usain Bolt killed me. You're not wrong at all. I have a take. That's a good take.
And that's a real.
He gets gassed. He for sure gets gassed, but he's been able to hang in there pretty well. That was my concern, really, is Flory, like, over the long haul in these games, he's coming into his own. And can we just talk about like how fun and classic this kind of feels to see a team like put some pieces together here, a player growing, emerging into his role, trying to do some crazy shit on a fast break, kind of pissing Bill off. But Bill can't pull anyone either. He's not putting Wilder Evers in for Jamari McDow. Also, pro Wilder Evers podcast, I would like to see him get some run. But that's neither here nor there. It is here, though. And that is the natural take.
Sometimes you just got to trust. Like, we all have our analysis from the outside, and we don't know what to trust from, like, what the players are saying or what the coaches are saying. I will say, like, we always talk about, like, oh, this team seems like they like each other. Well, most teams do like each other when they're winning, or at least it seems like they do. Very rarely do you see a team that's like, they love each other, but they suck. They love playing together. They love playing for these coaches, but they can't beat anyone. That never happens in like any sport. So it's like when you see this team who's only won 2 games in a row and they seem like they're vibing and they play hard for each other and the coach seems like they like them. At some point, you just take a step back and say, like, I may have my own analysis on this situation. They all seem like they've got something figured out. And I kind of just want to trust that and see where it goes.
I agree. But stay woke. They also just realized at the same time, and notice it wasn't like the starters up front on TV. It was like G, some of the other guys. Those guys just realized they just got a $13,000 check no matter what happens tomorrow. So, they're all vibing pretty good with that.
Wilder Evers season.
Incentives drive everything.
That's right.
They got Gillette money hitting the bank account.
Not yet.
I mean, this offseason, I did hear it is night and day. They get after it in practice. Bill likes coaching them. They're coachable. Pretty adamant that the chemistry was really strong. You are seeing it. And I don't think I've ever talked about this. I remember watching KU play Arkansas in the tourney last year. I'm sorry to bring this up. I know that's a bad look by me. And there was we're getting down to it late, and something had happened. An Arkansas player fucked up, and they the 5 dudes got together. They put their arms around each other. They had a little the Arkansas guys had a little huddle at midcourt, and I was like, I don't think I've seen KU do that once this year, where they were not coming together and talking mid-game. I've noticed this team doing things like that way more regularly. They're talking to each other. They're clearly trying to have those moments. Again, they're not. There's going to be growing pains. There are still flaws, but not all that. It's just not super uncorrectable as long as Darryn comes back.
Let's get to it. Let's get to Darryn.
Are we gonna we're gonna talk about Darryn? It's kind of a wild thing for a Kansas podcast to do.
Yeah.
So
we haven't.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you.
We haven't seen Darryn since the North Carolina game. That was on November 7th. Today is November 25th. So we're closing in on 3 weeks since we've seen him. After tomorrow's game, Kansas won't play again until Tuesday versus UConn in the Fieldhouse. Simple question. So don't give me a bullshit answer. Will Darryn Peterson be playing on Tuesday versus UConn?
Who are you asking?
You talked first.
He's asking me, Michael.
Don't play dumb.
Yeah. I think the vibes, the streets of New York are talking. I was wandering around quite a bit, and I think there's a lot of optimism to have Darryn back for UConn. Don't know that it's a known. You can't exactly predict these things with injuries. What if something happens between now and then? Things change. Right now, I think the plan is for him to play versus UConn. Plan, not definitive, but I think that is the plan. Things change. You can wander
quite a hedging of the bet there, my man.
I'm just saying, shit changes, dude. They have been surprised with Darryn's status multiple times this year. I think there have been multiple games they thought he would go, and he hasn't. Jared Kelly comments, Mike and Melvin wandering in New York trying to find the cure. Because they don't have ham. Yeah, I think we got a good shot at seeing Darryn play against UConn. Wouldn't that be fun? Guys, wouldn't that be fun?
Well,
playing in upper deck now in Fieldhouse that doesn't exist.
He's got to practice. He's got to get some practices under his belt, so we should know well in advance.
Yeah, but KU's playing 3 games in 3 days. When will they practice again? How many practices will they have before UConn? 1?
Next Tuesday?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to practice Thursday. They're not going to practice Friday.
2 or they'll go Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They'll go.
They practice on the Lord's Day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called.
Can you imagine Allen Fieldhouse watching DP live out of nowhere?
I mean,
Yes.
DP coming back after a 3-game win streak, that would be big.
Do you guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
three-game win
wow.
streak, and then all of a sudden on the Jumbotron at Allen Fieldhouse, DP.
They show it all.
What if it also starts with the Bobby Boucher clip? You guys remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? I think I would like that.
I would
They
bet
get
against
Palmer
them
Fran.
playing that clip. Mike, they're more likely to play, oh, happy lookout.
Happy lookout!
Do you guys remember what this podcast was for the first few weeks of the basketball season?
Seems like
It was
so
like
long ago.
DP 98%, 2% everything else, which is, by the way, probably what it should have been. Like, there was nothing wrong with that. And man, like, what if we do get him back? Like, it feels so distant now. But like, if he actually does come back, it's going to be awesome.
So no matter what, we won't get an official announcement on him till Tuesday afternoon, right?
I didn't love Bill's comments all through this thing, though.
All through what thing?
I mean, he keeps going things like, well, I wouldn't call it week to week, but I'd call like, I wouldn't. It's not day to day. It's like every 4 days,
Minute by minute. And you start singing the song.
It's, I don't know. I think it's because it's so much outside of his control. Like, I think there's enough outside.
You don't think Bill's calling the shots? He keeps saying it. It was my decision. It's on me, guys.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there is more to this. There's a bigger picture story here, right? But there are reasons for that. We have our doctors. He has his doctors. Everyone wants to get on the same page. Blah blah blah.
Maybe specialists came in.
Maybe a hammy specialist.
Who I think was like.
Well, could be wrong. I think what it comes down to, and what keeps Bill from losing it about a guy not playing, who knows if he could have or not. It's November. It's November.
Yes,
I think the whole circle
yes.
just gets together and goes, it's still, am I wrong? It's November, right? It's the 11th month. Okay. Screw it. Get him 100%.
Yep.
Long season.
Especially when it's a soft tissue injury. We're not talking about like his shoulder's sore or he's got like a sprained wrist. It's like, no, as much as we care about these big high profile matchups versus North Carolina and UConn and Duke, yes, it matters for seeding. But how many times has KU won a big game against the Champions Classic? You don't have to go back too far. Remember last year, KJ Adams stifling Cooper Flagg in the Champions Classic, KU winning? How much did that win? How much did that win influence our confidence in Kansas's chances in March? Doesn't matter.
High.
Had to help in seeding. Had to help in tournament seeding, right?
Yeah, that's why they got a bid. But I think everybody, I know that there was kind of this worry that like maybe there's like too many cooks in the kitchen and like infighting, and maybe one side thinks this and one side thinks this. I think if there's one thing that everybody can agree on, it's what Kevin just said. Bill, DP's camp, outside doctors, everyone's looking at this and saying, I mean, could he play? Maybe. I don't know. But like, what's the fucking point? It's November. And he's the number one player in the country.
I do think we've overreacted for the month. As Kevin put out, it is the 11th month. We've been a part of that, but also we've mostly just been like,
no, that's their fault. That's their fault. If they'd have been upfront about it from the beginning, Mike, we would have all been on the same page.
I agree.
If they came out and said, look, it's November, he's got a hamstring thing, we want to make sure he's right, like for Big 12. Like, if they'd have just said that, then fine. But they didn't. They said everything else.
Yeah, you're right. It's messaging, and I understand it's probably confusing at the time for everybody, but you could have run PR for the situation, and we have a lot less material for podcasts and fan freakouts.
I mean, like,
Easy.
KU fans do tend to like listen to what Bill says, and Bill handled this so poorly.
He called it an illness.
I
mean, we
not
can-
feeling well.
Let's
He's good
ignore
to
the
go.
cramping.
He's not
Let's
good to
ignore the
go.
cramping for a moment. He called it an illness. That was a fucking blatant lie. That was just a straight up lie.
Wait, what if it's a mental like?
Yeah,
mental-
and we're here, and we're like,
A
he's
mental
sick?
illness.
Is he sick of playing basketball here? He's sick of playing basketball here. He's sick of college basketball.
It's actually one of the more insane moments of Bill's time here is calling it a bug.
I like to think
He had a bug.
Bill walked out of that press conference. Immediately he hit the locker room and he turned to somebody and goes, "What the fuck did I just say?"
It's like
Why did I
coming off
say
the
that?
radio after imminent.
He probably goes, "Why did I say that?" I don't know where the fuck I got that from.
Just
oh man,
actually,
He's got like a tummy problem. He's been in the bathroom a lot.
I
I mean, he's not though.
Y'all
got
ever
a-
heard of diarrhea?
I'm not saying that's what it is.
He's got some of that.
would
You ever heard
be
of it?
willing to. It just seems like he's got this thing called diarrhea. It just seems like Bill thought he was gonna play that day, and then Darryn didn't, and he just decided he could say whatever he wanted. And the interview with zero repercussion. And he just,
Nobody listens to these.
yeah, he's sick. I don't know. What?
We weren't recording that, were we?
It's an insane moment.
It's the ragweed. It's the ragweed. He's got allergies or something. He's so
Cedar-
sneezy. Can't have him
Cedar
sneezing
fever.
on the court.
Okay. What do we think if we were to assume DP plays versus what is UConn's record? 5-1. They play Illinois on Friday.
Number 5.
What are we to assume that line would be with DP back in the mix?
KU -1.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
1.5 or 2.
I was gonna say 2.
Maybe with DP it goes to 2. Yeah.
Are you taking
What do we think?
KU -1.5?
Yeah, with DP, yes.
With DP, anything's possible.
I may stop
can
betting on
believe
this
it.
team.
What?
I'm seeing this team well. What are you?
I'm gonna start betting on this team. I haven't bet on them once this year.
I haven't
did when we
lost
went to
on
New
them
York.
once.
I did when we went to New York, and I
You
just
bet on
blocked-
KU?
I blocked that bookie's number. Okay, because I can't pay it. I went big. I thought I'd pay for the whole trip and then some.
Bet on the Hawks, huh?
Oh yeah, didn't do the medal, the mech middle, the medal,
It's the middle, brother.
medaling.
And
We just-
Matt,
I just want to, because we don't know what the future holds. So I just want to take a moment before we wrap this up to relish this podcast, which I would say is probably the vibiest podcast we've had in a calendar year.
it's been a minute.
Needed it.
I mean, all of last year's basketball season, all of last year and this year's football season, vibes are higher. Vibes are at record highs right now. So we kind of need a dub tomorrow. Because you get a dub versus Tennessee, top 25 win.
Okay, so
Really feeling
with
good.
Tennessee undefeated, they just beat Houston 7-0. Evan Maya showing
Stop talking
Sure.
about their resume. It's bumming me out.
they're the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country. What else would you like? Rick Barnes is their coach. Will that make you happier?
That Ament kid is pretty good, so that'll be a hell of a matchup for Flory or Bryson.
In general,
I know we
feeling
kind of
good.
glossed over it. We glossed over it at the beginning. That tandem is not, at least from my perspective, it's not just like two guys who happen to be playing well at the same time. It's like two guys who are playing well with each other. Like they're like Kevin so astutely put earlier, the great Candace Parker pointing out a lot of buddy passes. There seems to be some chemistry here, and it helps when the four guy can actually like stretch and shoot the ball a little bit. Did not have that pegged for like this team's identity of going two bigs and it looking good.
3 bigs.
3 bigs, sorry. Apologies to Tre White. Not a guard.
So big. So grown.
Wrap. Goodbye.
Do we want to talk about Diggy Coit's 40? People are asking for it in the comments.
Yeah, Diggy Coit put up a 40 spot.
No, he's not a
Diggy
troll.
Coit
And they
put up a 40
barely
spot.
beat Mount St. Mary's Carmel Nun School.
Relax, Kevin.
No, but I was impressed, and I was like, wait a second, this is an overtime. Wait, they're locked in a battle with Mount St. Mary's. Is that a good sign?
Diggy scored 11 points and 6 points in his 2 games following that 41 burger.
It's like it's you don't have infinity points. Sometimes you use a bunch at once.
Okay. KU versus Tennessee tomorrow. KU versus UConn. The return of Darryn Peterson? Question mark. People are talking. For Mike Vernon, Kevin Teehan, Kevin Meckley, subscribe, rate, and review. I'm Nick Schwert. This is Could Be Wrong.